Hare Krishna devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Sri Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Yeah, Pradeep Prabhuji, when are you ready? You can start, Prabhuji.
Sure, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam. Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet. Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhagavate Uttama Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Today we are reading 10th canto, the Samam Bonam, 52nd chapter, Rukmini's message to Lord Krishna from text 31 to 44. Text 31. When a Brahmana is satisfied with whatever comes in his way and does not fall away from his religious duties, those very religious principles become his desire cow, fulfilling all his wishes. Text 32. An unsatisfied Brahmana wanders restlessly from one planet to another, even if he becomes king of heaven. But a satisfied Brahmana, though he may possess nothing, rests peacefully, all his limbs free of distress. Text 33. I repeatedly bow my head in respect to those Brahmanas who are satisfied with their lot, saintly, prideless, and peaceful. They are the best well-wishers of all living beings. Text 34. O Brahmana, is your king attending to your welfare? Indeed, the king in whose country the citizens are happy and protected is very dear to me. Text 35. Whence have you come? Crossing the impassable sea, and for what purpose? Explain all this to us if it is not a secret, and tell us may what we may do for you. Text 36. Thus questioned by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who incarnates to perform his pastimes, the Brahmana told him everything. Text 37. Sri Rukmini said in her letter as read by the Brahmana, O beauty of the worlds, having heard of your qualities, which enters to the ears of those who hear and, and remove their bodily distress, and having also heard of your beauty, which fulfills all the visual desires of those who see, I have fixed my shameless mind upon you, O Krishna. Text 38. O Mukunda, you are equal only to yourself in lineage, character, beauty, knowledge, youthfulness, wealth, and influence. O Lion among men, you delight the minds of all mankind. What aristocratic, sober minded, and marriageable girl of a good family would not choose you as her husband when the proper time has come? Text 39. Therefore, my dear Lord, I have chosen you as my husband and I surrender myself to you. Please come swiftly, O Almighty One, and make me your wife. My dear lotus eyed Lord, let Shushupala never touch the hero's portion like a jackal stealing the property of a lion. Text 40. If I have sufficiently worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead by pious works, sacrifices, charity, rituals, and cows, and also by worshipping the demigods, Brahmanas, and Gurus, then may Gada, Gadagraja come and take my hand and not Damagosha's son or anyone else. Text 41. O unconquerable one, tomorrow when my marriage ceremony is about to begin, you should arrive unseen in Vidarbha and surround yourself with leaders of your army. Then crush the forces of Chaitya and Magadendra and marry me in Rakshasa style, winning me with your valor. Thank you, Prabhuji. Oh, up to text 44, right, Prabhuji? Text Text 42. Since I will be staying with the inner chambers of the palace, you may wonder, how can I carry you away without killing some of your relatives? But I shall tell you a way. On the day before the marriage, there is a grand procession to honor the royal family's deity, and in this procession, the new bride goes outside the city to visit goddess Girija. Text 43. O lotus side 1. Great souls like Lord Shiva hanker to bathe in the dust of your lotus feet and thereby destroy their ignorance. If I cannot obtain your mercy, I shall simply give up my vital force, which will have become weak from severe penances I will perform. Then, after hundreds of lifetimes of endeavor, I may obtain your mercy. Text 44. The Brahmana said, "This is confidential message I have brought with me. O Lord of Yadus, please consider what must be done in these circumstances and do it at once." Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thanks so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Yeah, so, Sundaracala Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Prabhupada. Yeah, whenever you're ready, you can start, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Sundaram Prabhuji. And thank you, Pradeep Prabhuji, for reading today's translations. Please accept my humble obeisances, dear devotees. Happy, I hope you had a wonderful Ekadasi yesterday. So, we're going to discuss the most purifying pastime from 10th canto, Rukmini's message to Lord Krishna. And we have heard in previous session from this Krishna Mudas Prabhuji until verse 30. So we'll continue from verse 31 till the 44th verse. So the summary of this chapter has been given by disciples of Prabhupada. So where it is said that this chapter describes how Balaram and Lord Krishna, running as if in fear in Dwaraka, went to Dwaraka, and then Lord Krishna heard the message of Rukmini from the mouth of Brahmana and chose her as a wife. That was the actual one-liner description of this chapter, where we heard about the prayers of Muchukunda and how Lord Krishna has shown mercy, took an effort in going into a cave where he was sleeping, and how he returned to Mathura. And how Krishna has witnessed the barbarian army, and how he destroyed the army, and how he got the valuables, and how he was chased by Jarasandha, as if Lord is afraid by seeing the soldiers and the ocean of army of Jarasandha. Krishna and Balaram have appeared to be feared, and they ran away. And we also heard that that's why in Gujarat, many times, it was written in the Krishna book that the Lord is glorified as Ranchor. So Ranchor Krishna, Radha Krishna. That's how a lot of temples, deities' names are also there. And how both of them have escaped the fire that was lit by Jarasandha and party. And they returned to Dwaraka, we have heard. And so now Sukadeva Goswami started to narrate the story of, actually this is a prelude to the marriage of Rukmini Krishna Vivaha. And Rukmini Devi is the daughter of Bhishmaka, who is the king of Vidarbha. That's why Rukmini Devi is also popularly known as Vaidarbhi. And she heard about Lord Krishna from the saints who have been visiting, and we will hear all that pastime now. So from text number 31, before we proceed ahead, let's recite prayers to our Guru Parambara. Om Ajnanatindarandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshnaya Bhutale Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namo. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharani Nirvishnu Krishna Navadi Pashatya Vishatavarani. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Prabhu. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Ram Hare Hare. So this verse is a verse that we can memorize. Santusto yarhi varteta brahmano yena kenava adhiyamanaha Swadharmad sahyasya tilakamaduk. So when a Brahmana is satisfied, Krishna is saying, Brahmana who visited representing Rukmini Devi, Santushto yarihi varteta. Krishna is speaking this verse. Santushto yarihi varteta brahmana yena kenachit. When a Brahmana is satisfied with whatever comes in its own accord, arranged by the providence, right? Without working so difficult, so hard, and he does not fall away from the religious duties by doing so. When a Brahmana does not fall away from the religious duties, that same religious principles whom he is trying to uphold will actually become a desire tree, fulfilling all his desires. Krishna is saying, Sahi asi akhila kamaduk. All the desires are fulfilled by the compliance of the religious principles. So the key word here is santushta. One has to be satisfied. The mind has to be, he cannot keep his mind restless. What next? What next? What do I earn more? How do I earn more? Like that. There is no such anxiety for a Brahmana. The best of all Brahmanas, who is glorifying the Brahmana who was sent as a messenger by Rukmini Devi. O best of Brahmanas, you should always remain satisfied, he is suggesting. For if a Brahmana is always satisfied, he will not deviate from religious duties. If he does not deviate from religious duties, the same religious duties will fulfill all the desires. And it is not the other way around, where people comply to religious duties just so that an expectation that we get all our desires fulfilled. That is not the goal for a Brahmana. And asantushto asakrul lokan apnotyapi sureshwaraha. Because a unsatisfied Brahmana, what happens if a Brahmana becomes unsatisfied? Or dear Brahmana, Krishna is continuing. He wanders restlessly from one planet to another, even if he becomes Indradev, still he cannot be satisfied. If this satisfaction quality is missing, he cannot be satisfied even after becoming Indradev. But a satisfied Brahmana, though he may possess nothing, he may peacefully and rest, and all his limbs are distress-free. It's not just his mind, even his limbs are distress-free, because people work so hard, they train their body to meet the needs. Not just the needs, they go beyond it. They actually try to overdo their body in order to earn more than what they are supposed to, more than their needs. And this is the reason Krishna is suggesting this. Those who are unsatisfied feel distress throughout their body, becoming subject to many diseases. This is the root cause of many diseases. Dear devotees, Prabhupada, disciple purports are mentioning here, Bhaktivedanta purports. The root cause of all of our mental and bodily diseases are being unsatisfied, and that leading to distress at a bodily platform and mental platform. And a satisfied Brahmana, however, though he may possess nothing, is peaceful and calm, and he has no stress within his body or in his mind. Even if a person is opulent as a king of heaven, we have heard it, the support is that the purport. So basically, the purport, basically, if we look at the essence of it, a true Brahmana should not be disturbed in any situation. That's lesson number one. And the second lesson we can see, it is advised in authorized scriptures that a Brahmana may, under awkward circumstances, right? It's in Krishna book, Prabhupada is saying, he's giving an exception. It's not a rigid rule, right? He's saying, under awkward circumstances, accept the profession of a Kshatriya or even a Vaishya, but never, ever accept the profession of a Shudra. That was the guidance given by Prabhupada as per the Shastra. And if he is even sometimes satisfied, then he can be useful. Sometimes he may not be satisfied, but if sometimes he is satisfied, then also he can be peaceful. If he is constantly satisfied, right, as the word used, rasakrut, then though poor, he rests peacefully. Though he is poverty stricken, he is still peaceful. So when we undergo the bodily distress, sometimes we tremble. Sometimes there will be mental distress where somebody cannot even sleep, and there will be confusion. Chinta jaro manushyanam. Man's sickness, it is actually anecdote from somewhere, that chinta jaro manushyanam. Man's sickness is very worrying, actually. Whether it is a mind sickness, body sickness, both of them are really worrying. So Vipran Swalabha Santushtan Sadhun Bhuta Suhruttaman Nirahankaraha Shantan Namasye Shirasa Sakrut. I repeatedly bow, Krishna is saying, I repeatedly bow down my head in respect to those Brahmanas who are satisfied. Krishna is very thankful to such Brahmanas. Why? And what are the qualities of such Brahmana that he is saying? Solabha Santushtam. One who is satisfied with whatever is naturally coming to him. Sadhun, someone who is saintly. Bhuta Suhruttaman, someone who is friendly to every living entity. Only a Vaishnava can be friendly to everybody. That's what Prabhupada said in many purports, right? Bhuta Suhruttaman, only devotee can be a best friend. Bhuta Suhruttaman. Nirahankarinaha, someone who is not impelled or compelled by false ego in his activities. Shantan, one who is very peaceful. Such a person, I bow down my head. Krishna is saying, finds only happiness wherever he goes. Such a person, right? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, one who exhibits these qualities, such person can be happy everywhere. And this similar verse was mentioned in Bhagavatam, Bhagavad. One who do not desire anything within this world, who can be controlled, who has controlled his own senses, who has fixed his intelligence on me, he says, Krishna says, who regards even hell or heaven equally, and whose mind is completely satisfied in me, finds only happiness wherever he goes, Krishna says. So these are criteria to be happy wherever we are. And what is the criteria? The verses goes like this: Akinchanasya dantasya, right? One who is having akinchana bhakti towards Krishna, none other than Krishna, he would be diverting his attention to, and is purely dependent on Krishna. Akinchana dantasya shantasya samachetasah maya santushta manasah sarva sukhamayadisha. Sarva sukhamayadisha. All the dishas, all the directions, wherever you go, sarva sukhamaya, always is happy. So do not depend on anyone. Basically, Krishna is implying in this verse, do not depend on anyone, just depend on my mercy, right? I am, and always think that I am the source of everything. So to such a person, Krishna is saying, is ready to take orders from the person also. Krishna is saying, order me what I can do for you, dear Brahmana, he's saying. So in the next verse number 34, Kachitvaha Kushalam Brahman. Oh Brahmana, is your king taking care of all your subjects properly? Is it your king taking care of you also? Is there a reason why you came here that cannot be addressed by your king? Like that he questions in this verse. Is there assistance from king, so there is no danger for you and your relatives, O Brahmana? By your welfare, the Vedas are safe. Only if Brahmanas are protected, Vedas, the religious principles can be upheld in the society. And that's why Krishna is asking this question. And how come you crossed over such a big ocean to come to Dwaraka, which is protected by so many doors, and it is surrounded by a big mounts, which means which are so deep that a human being cannot cross over it without you having some special equipment. How could a normal Brahmana he could cross all the big ocean? Why did you took such an effort to come here? So Krishna is expressing his wonder. So he asked if it is secret that he is trying to convey. Is it some confidential thing that you want to convey to me? Please feel free. Please tell me what I can do for you. So he's respectfully asking. He is an omniscient Lord. He is all-knowing Lord. But still he is asking. That is part of his human pastimes. Evam. In the next verse, 36, he is saying, Evam samprashta samprashno. Thus questioned by Supreme Personality of Godhead, who incarnates to perform his pastimes, the Brahmana told him everything that happened. How Rukmini doesn't want to get married with Shishupala as being forced by his brother Rukmini. He narrates all the story behind it, the reason for his arrival. So he was asked by Lord who had all knowledge. Parameshthina. The word Parameshwara indicates he is all knowing, but still he is asking this, inquiring from Brahmana. The cause of Lord asking is that he manifests in human form for human pastimes. We already discussed. There are three types of messengers. What are the three types of messengers? One is self-appointed messenger, who is a well-wisher, who is representing us. And then there is something called appointed messenger. And there is something called message bearer. He's not appointed, just he's one time or for a few times, he's just carrying a message bearer. So here, he is a message bearer here. This Brahmana. And he's carrying the love letter of Rukmini. He's just not trying to read it. He's just trying to pass a message without even opening the letter directly to Krishna. Very confidential servant. Now, Rukmini, he started opening the letter on the request of Krishna. Then he asked, please tell me if it is not confidential. Please let me know what I can help, what I can do. Then he started speaking the letter written by Rukmini Devi. Now we will hear what her heart she is expressing to Krishna. Sri Rukmini Ruvacha Shrutva Gunan Bhuvana Sundara Sunvatam Te Nirvishya Karna Vivarair Haratongatapam Rupam Drusham Drushimatam Makiladhalabham Tvayyachyuta Vishati Chittamapatrapamne. O Shrutva Gunan Bhuvana Sundara Sunvatam Te. O beauty of the worlds, having heard your qualities, which enter the ears of those who hear, remove the bodily distress. Haratongatapam. Rupam Drusham Drushimatam. And having also heard of your beauty, which fulfills all the visual desires of one who sees, I have fixed my mind upon you. I don't want to read this, shameless word, because we know that she is trying to be humble there. She's saying, I have fixed my shameless mind upon you. She's trying to be express her lowliness out of separation from Krishna. And Rukmini Devi is saying, how can I accept she is actually glorifying the beauty of Krishna. How she developed an attachment to Krishna since very old for a very long time. How she has absorbed her mind in lotus feet of Krishna. She was expressing in the very first verse, and she was very bold in her letter, what she wanted to achieve in this letter. And in fact, someone who is other than Krishna could get mistaken. Oh, this lady is being boldly approaching. If she can we trust such a lady? Like that, people might think. So for that reason, acharyas have given extensive commentaries on these verses, right? Other men can have attractive qualities of form, so why don't you find fault? Yeah, let me read some commentaries from acharyas here. Offer respects to Rukmini, dear to Krishna. By her mercy, a fool like me can desire to explain her words. Our Goswami is saying, you are beautiful in form, Rukmini Devi says, and the beauty of nature is described first, right? There is happiness for ear, and when we hear Krishna Katha, right? And that happiness that we hear from Krishna Katha spreads to the mind, basically to the heart. When it spreads to the heart, the same Krishna Katha will destroy the pain of material existence, right? Will destroy the pain of that she is forced to get married to someone else other than Krishna. So she's expressing that. And the pain of attaining the Lord is also destroyed when she constantly hears Krishna Katha. Harata is used to indicate very nature of those qualities, and later if pain arises, it is destroyed. And the form is the attainment of seeing all beautiful forms. Your form, oh Krishna, if I have a vision of your form, it is attainment of seeing all beautiful forms. Yavan ardha udapane sarvatah samplutodake. What is attained in small ponds is attained in a lake. Similarly, what beauty that cannot be achieved by seeing innumerous forms can be achieved just by having a glance at Krishna's form. And there is no distinction of your form and your qualities, O Krishna. And in the next verse, 30th verse, Nrusimha, O Nrusimha, Naraloka Manobhiramam, O lion among men, you delight the minds of all mankind. What sober-minded lady will not, who is marriageable girl, would not like to not chose you as her husband when a proper time has come? Rukmini is asking. So he is saying there is nothing surprising that I am boldly approaching you for the marriage because I am in a danger. I have no one else for my protection. Only you can protect me in this situation. I can marry no one else other than you. I already given my heart to you. Rukmini Devi is inferring. Oh, lion among men, you are who is uncontrollable like a lion. I have no desire to control you, our acharyas are saying. You might think, oh, this lady is trying to marry me and she is going to control me, or that is what you are trying, because her approach itself is so bold. So Krishna, she is assuring Krishna, I am not trying, oh, lion among men, I am not here to control you. What woman desiring a man would not accept you, who give happiness to the minds, right? And also, our acharyas are saying presence of shame are not suitable at the time of marriage. They cause disaster. And the qualities like mercy, generosity represent the Shila, the good qualities. You have a knowledge, Vidya. She is narrating the qualities of Krishna, right? Mercy, generosity represents his good qualities, Shila, Pravrutti. And you have good knowledge, Vidya, right? That's what she was also highlighting in this verse. Lion-like nature indicates that Krishna is a Kshatriya by nature. And in the next verse, she's saying, therefore, my dear Lord, I have chosen you as my husband. I surrender myself to you. Please come swiftly. Please don't delay. Please come swiftly, O Almighty One. Make me your wife. Oh, lotus-eyed Lord, let Shishubala never touch the hero's portion like a jackal stealing the property of a lion. Possessive case is used. Bhavataha. She's trying to express that she is possessed by Krishna. Natural position, her natural position. I offered my soul unto you, O Krishna. Do you wish? Do as you wish. I sent you a letter, but do as you wish. Please make me your wife. Nothing is impossible since you are capable of anything, Vibho. If you do anything else, your prowess will be destroyed. If you don't marry me, your prowess will be destroyed. You know, the reason is, please, if you do not come, it will be shameful for you. The reason is there is a jackal like Shishupala who cannot steal me from you. A jackal should not steal from a lion. And when I get your darshan, my suffering will be destroyed. So in the next verse, she's saying, if I have sufficiently worshipped, she's implying it. That means it is not easy to attain Krishna. I must have worshipped some. If I have worshipped, she's implying one has to worship lifetime after lifetime in order to achieve Krishna's mercy. If I have sufficiently worshipped in my past life, that's why I'm able to fix my mind on you. By my pious work, sacrifices, charity, rituals, vows, worshipping demigods, brahmanas, gurus, and ultimately she mentions it is the increasing order of the importance here. And my worship unto Gadagraja, and Dhamago, please take my hand. Oh, Gadagraja, please take up my hand. She's saying, if I have done all the pious activities, I'm sure you will take up my hand. So, in 41st verse, O unconquerable one, tomorrow when my marriage is about to begin, you should arrive unseen with her and surround yourself with the leaders of your army, then crush the forces of Chaitya, Magadendra, and marry me in Rakshasa style, winning me your valor. She is being born of a royal blood. Prabhupada is saying, Rukmini being born of royal blood certainly has a brilliant grasp of political affairs. He is giving an idea of how to enter the city undetected. Even after entering the city, if he is detected, there is no danger because you can say, I'm here to attend a marriage. After, before you take me away, right? And Krishna might ask, right? Why do you don't want to get married to Shishupala? He is also qualified, son of a great king, Chaitya. Why do you want to marry me? Why are you stubborn? And how can I even get married? There is so much obstacles, for which Rukmini then is explaining a method how to enter and take her. You cannot be defeated by anyone. So that's why she addressed your Ajita. You cannot be defeated by anyone. Therefore, in the upcoming wedding, you enter with by telling that a different name other than where you are from, by telling your wrong name, by mentioning the wrong province where you came from, and use a wrong language. I mean, a language which is not generally used by you. In that way, nobody identifies you. And then steal me away. And why should you engage me in a great battle just for the sake of you could marry Shishupala? What is wrong? Krishna might ask, right? For that, next verse, she is saying, Tam udvahe kathamiti pravadami upayam. Don't worry, there is it is not much difficult. I will tell you, if you are worried about killing my relatives, because you are going to take me, and while you are fleeing with me, while you are kidnapping me, people might stop and they get injured when you do a war with them. And some of the women also might get killed because he is entering the palace, right? And for that concern, she is saying one upayam. Purve Durasti. The previous day, we have a culture of going to Girijats. temple, Mother Parvati's temple, where we perform some pre-marriage rituals. So at that time, while I'm going to the temple or coming back to the city from the temple, either on those two occasions you can get hold of me, because I am not guarded so much as I am guarded inside the palace. So next verse, she says, such a beautiful verse, 43rd verse. I will take a couple of more minutes because of the extensiveness of the verses. Yashyangri Pankaja Rajas Napanam Mahante. Just like how Lord Shiva bears Ganga on his head. Rukmini is saying, O lotus-eyed one, great souls like Shiva hanker to bathe in the dust of your lotus feet, thereby destroy their ignorance. Even Lord Shiva, if I cannot obtain your mercy, I shall simply give up my vital force, which will have become weak with the severe penances I will perform. Then after hundreds of lifetimes of endeavor, I may obtain your mercy. She knows that it is not easy to obtain Krishna. Even Shiva depends on meditation on Krishna to be not impacted while he is administering the mode of ignorance within this universe. Even Shiva is dependent on meditates on Krishna for his own protection. And what to speak of me? And even if such a great souls, they could achieve, such a great souls can achieve your dust of your lotus feet. How can I achieve? I'm an unqualified person, but still I will be able to achieve. You know why? You are merciful. I perform 100 life after life. I will do penances. I'll be emaciated, and then I will die, leave the body, and then I will take birth. I'll perform penances for you to satisfy you. Like that, I will do hundreds and millions of lifetimes. When you see me performing like this, because you are so kind, will be automatically forced to give me that stuff, your lotus feet. That's what she's implying in this verse. So for us, the lesson, Bhagavad Gita, it is said that the pure devotee, the Lord, execute devotion service with great determination. So determination is what we need to get, like Rukmini Devi has taught us. Such determination has exhibited Rukmini Devi. Only price for purchasing Krishna's favor. One should be strongly determined in Krishna consciousness in that way to ultimate success. Prabhupada says in Krishna book. And in the last verse today, it is mentioned, the Brahmana said, this is the confidential message I have brought with me, O Lord of Yadus. Please consider that what must be done in these circumstances, and do it at once without delay. You are Lord of Yadus. You don't have to take advice of other Yadus. You are the Lord of their intelligence. If you make your own independent decisions, act without any delay. Because if you delay, there could be danger of she get forcefully married. With that, I will end today's purpose, dear devotees. Gandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you, Sundaram Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Prabhu.
Prabhu. So well said.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Sundaracala Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.